everyone. Well, it's been quite a while since I last made my video, and I hope you had a nice rest while I was not making my videos. But the time has come. It is now the Festival of the Mother. And I will tell you what happened to me. Yesterday was Heavenly Mother's Day. Yesterday was Heavenly Mother's Day, but I had a family emergency and I couldn't respond. I couldn't make a video at the time because I was having a family emergency. So because of the family emergency, I just couldn't make a video and I had to take care of business like I always do, right? Like I'm always taking care of business. So I took care of business and now I'm making the video today. So I hope you all had a great rest. It was a long, hard spring for me. And I hope you all will congratulate me. I'm a graduate. Yay! Yay! No more school forever. And now that I'm a graduate, I have to get a job. I'm hoping, praying I get a job. At any rate, it's going to be difficult for me to get a job being unemployed so long, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So I graduated, and I graduated with honors. That's all I'm going to say. I graduated with honors. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my accomplishments. And I'm really pleased, really glad, really happy that I aced all of my classes. And I got straight A's this semester. Straight A's. Wow. So I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing well. Pray to the one that I continue to do well. Because I've had problems in the past, and I haven't made any secrets about my problems. This Heavenly Mother's Day, we should be thinking about the Earth. Now, what's best for planet Earth? So what is best for planet Earth on this Heavenly Mother's Day? We're going to celebrate Heavenly Mother's Day today, even though it was technically yesterday because of my family emergency. I'm going to celebrate it today. And there's nothing wrong with that because time is a continuum, right? It's not segmented like we like to chop it into pieces, but it really flows as one continuum. So it's okay to celebrate a day late if you have a family emergency. That's okay. So what do we want to focus on this Heavenly Mother's Day? The Earth. The Earth, right? We're not distracted by popes or papal judgments, whatever that is, papal judgments. We have a new pope, or not us, not we, but the Catholics have a new pope. And the new pope is an American citizen. We still don't know what to expect from him. We don't know whether he'll take up the cause of the earth or whether he will go against the earth like Trump does, or whether he'll just stay neutral on the subject of earth. We don't know. But earth is the only home we've ever known. So why shouldn't we take care of it? Right? It's the only home we've ever known, so why shouldn't we take care of our planet? And so we are going to focus in on the earth. Now, I will tell you something. There's been a lot of heavy advertisements by the vegans saying, for example, that meat is bad for the environment and you should not eat meat. I'll tell you what's closer to the truth. The truth is, not all meat is created equal. We knew that. And also, farming and agriculture altogether, account for 10% of all pollution. That's 1 in 10 parts of the pollution on planet Earth is created through agriculture. That is quite a tidy sum, 10%, but it's not the the huge ballooning overarching percentage that they were claiming before was caused by agriculture. So it's not too bad. But the thing that causes the most pollution is beef farming, cattle farming. So beef, cattle, and believe it or not, chocolate and coffee are bad for the environment. And then after chocolate and coffee comes goats and sheep. I don't know if you like eating goats and sheep. I couldn't even bear the thought of eating a goat or a sheep because I love those animals. They're so nice. Goats and sheep are such nice animals, and they're so friendly, and they're so energetic, and they're so intelligent. I couldn't think of eating a goat or a sheep. I don't know who would. I don't know who would want to eat a goat or a sheep. But they account for 40% of the pollution from agriculture. And the beef cattle account for level 100. They're the top polluters, the beef cattle. And then after goats and sheep come pigs and chickens. And pigs and chickens only account for 12% and 10% respectively. So they're lower down on the pollution totem pole. They're less polluters. So if you want to enjoy pork chops or chicken breast, it's perfectly okay. It's not that bad. It really isn't. It's really not that bad. And then the best for the environment are eggs and then turkeys. So eggs and turkeys are the least polluting. So go ahead and enjoy yourself an omelet if you can afford it. If you can afford it, maybe go for a greener alternative like pasture-raised chicken. Pasture-raised chicken laying eggs. Eggs that were pasture-raised. And, well, the chickens were pasture-raised, and then they laid the eggs. And also, in addition to that, you can enjoy turkey anytime, anywhere. It's practically like eating a vegetable. It's so good for the environment to eat turkeys. So turkeys might be the food of the future, actually. Turkey, if you like turkey, and everybody loves turkey at Thanksgiving, why not indulge if it's a guiltless pleasure, right? Am I right? And for you turkey gravy manufacturers out there and turkey broth makers, please stop adding sage to your turkey gravy and turkey stock because some people are sensitive to sage. They can't eat even a little bit of sage without gastrointestinal problems. So please stop using sage. I know people love it, but you can add sage at home. You don't need it added to your stock or your gravy without asking your permission. My poor mom gets sick every Thanksgiving, and it's because of the sage. She can't have even a little bit of sage. So, once again, please stop adding the sage. It's such nasty stuff, sage. And in addition to sage, yes, turkeys are good for the environment. Eggs are good for the environment, and then chickens and pork are moderate for the environment, but still good. But then cattle are way off the scale, and chocolate and coffee are a close second. If you love chocolate and coffee, make it an occasional indulgence. Don't have it every day because it's not good. It's not good for the environment. People may pretend it's good for the environment. They may say, oh, well, this is free trade. Yeah, but free trade doesn't mean it's good for the environment. No chocolate or coffee is good for the environment. Sorry to have to it's burst your bubble, tell you about that. Because people love chocolate and they love coffee. But it turns out it's bad for the environment. But then remember, all that agriculture, all of it all together only accounts for 10% of the pollution. So how do we account for the other 90% of the pollution? Well, there's cars and trucks. There's the shipping industry uses a lot of pollution. So motor vehicles for private and public use are two of the big ones. Those and the electricity generated causes greenhouse gases. And the greenhouse gases are created by burning coal and then sometimes natural gas for electricity. They burn the coal and the natural gas to generate electricity. And I'm not saying we should throw away the coal-powered plants because we would have a trouble getting along without them at this point in history. Pretty soon everybody's going to make their own electricity in their own houses with solar panels on their roofs. And don't tell me, oh, that looks ugly on my roof. I don't like the look of a solar panel. Too bad. Too bad. It's free energy. Just take it. And also, in addition to solar panels and free energy, we're going to have wind power. Now, people complain about wind power. They say it kills birds. And that's true, but it doesn't kill as many birds as you might think it does. It's only the occasional bird strike that happens with wind turbines. But I mean, you have to balance the birds, and the birds aren't going extinct. Bird strike with the wind turbine. That's not going to make the birds go extinct. It's just individuals that get killed. And I know you love birds. But I mean, people who claim to love birds eat birds too, right? They eat chicken and they eat turkey. So much for loving birds. But they love songbirds. But these wind turbines do reduce our carbon footprint and do reduce the load on our fragile planet. And these superstorms, they're destroying people's lives and they're destroying people's livelihoods. We've got to stop these superstorms. So in addition to electric power and cars and trucks, which is the most obvious source. Now, cars and trucks account for, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think it's about 25% of the pollution. It's either 20 to 25% of the pollution is from cars and trucks. And then another 20% is from electricity. So then the third thing that's causing a lot of pollution is industry. When they manufacture toys, boats, bowls, spoons and forks and knives and things, all these objects that surround us, futons and drawers and chairs and desks. And in addition to furniture, there's home goods like electric stand mixers and ovens and refrigerators and everything under the sun gets produced in these industries. And these industries take up another 20 to 25%. Okay, so we've got industry, cars and trucks, both public and private, and the electricity being generated. And so that's it. If you reduce your consumption of everything and you help the environment, every little bit counts. Just stop buying so much stuff. Don't be spending your money, spending, going on a spending spree, buying all the stuff that you don't need. Because if you don't need it, it's harming the environment. So reducing consumption, reducing your spending, and reducing your use of cars for transportation, transporting as infrequently as possible. So you have to go to your job every day. That's right. You have to go to your job, and you have to go grocery shopping, and that's about it. Unless you have kids, and then you have more and more pollution. Dirty diapers going into a landfill, releasing methane gas, and taking kids to the ballpark, and taking them to the game, and taking them to their softball practice, and taking them to school, and taking them on vacation, and taking them everywhere, and then buying toys, and buying them cars, and buying them boats, and buying them all sorts of silly things, and toys, and candy, and more food. And yeah, kids use up a lot of resources. If you don't love kids, don't have any, because they use a ton of resources. Do you believe how many resources I went through just growing up? It's amazing. It's incredible how much my mom and grandma spent on me. They spent a ton of money on me. And it didn't make me happy, but they spent it anyway because it made them happy to spend on me. But it wasn't good for the environment at all. It just wasn't good. So, what can we learn from this? We can learn to protect the environment. Make that goal number one, because look at what is happening to our fragile blue planet. Our fragile blue planet is in jeopardy. And it's all because of human activity. We're destroying ourselves. We're causing these supercells and superstorms. They're drowning people and burning people all at once. All at once there's storms flooding areas, and then there's drought drying up areas, and then there's fires burning up areas. And it's all because of climate change. And you can't lie anymore. You can't say it's not happening, because it's happening right now. So there's never been storms like this ever before. There's never been fires like this ever before. But it's not new. It's been creeping up on us, getting gradually worse every year, until now, this year, it becomes very evident that people are suffering and losing their homes and losing their lives because of these storms. And we're not going to forget those people. We're going to do what we have to do to help the environment. And that means spending less, consuming less. Nobody has to die. Okay? Nobody has to die. We can turn this around. We can turn around our environment and turn around the direction the earth is going in. We can change things. We can turn it around, and nobody has to die. People don't have to lose their homes or their livelihoods. Nobody has to die for this. So, do your best. Do your best every day for the earth. Goddess thanks you. And I thank you. Thank you for doing something for the earth. Thank you for caring about the earth, even if Trump doesn't. And what Trump's doing right now is ridiculous. I mean, with the tariffs and the firings and the cutting of Medicaid, all of it. And he promised he wouldn't touch Medicaid. He promised he wouldn't go near Medicaid, Medicare, or Social Security, and that now they're cutting that also. Didn't take them long to turn to that, did it? But of course, the Democrats are going to fight it all the way. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that they won't make any cuts to my benefits, but if they do, I do have a degree now, so I have some backup, but there's people who have no backup. They have no backup and they have no degree. They had nothing to show for the years, and now this is happening to them. Humbled and awed by the people who have persevered over these years and gone through so much, and now I'm I'm very concerned about them. I'm very worried about their futures. I'm worried about my future too. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen the next couple of months for me personally. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have to move somewhere new. But we'll see. We'll find out. They're also making cuts to HUD, and I don't know what to expect. So that's it. You guys have a terrific week. You take care, and I'll talk to you again on the day of her grace, which is the end of Mother's Day week. Please enjoy Mother's Day with your family and celebrate the mothers in your lives or motherly figures in your lives. Whoever is a good, positive female role model in your life, celebrate them. And I'll see you next time.